Good afternoon. Today we are going to start our session. So in the last class we had been discussing about the Nasya Vidhi, Dhumapana Vidhi and Nasya Vidhi and Dhumapana Vidhi Adhyaya, and also we have been completed the Gandush Adi Vidhi Adhyaya. So Gandush Adi Vidhi Adhyaya we have been completed. So whenever the Urdhvanga Bhaga is concerned, the subject called as Shalakya Tantra. Shalakya Tantra is nothing but the Urdhva Chitrata Vikara. In that Shalakya, the Mukha Bhaga, Nasa Bhaga, Karna Bhaga, Vata Shiro Bhaga Rogas have been explained. And treatment related to those have been explained. And next comes about the Akshirogas. Akshirogas are the one which are going to have an impact on the disease related to the eyes. The Akshibhaga, the disease related to the eyes, what are the causative factors and what are the clinical features and the treatment which is given for that, or all comes under this category. So our Vagbhatacharya, coming to the basic concepts of the Shalakya Tantra. So the basic procedures related to the Shalakya Tantra have been explained in this chapter. That is nothing but the Ashchotana and Anjana Vidhi Adhyaya. So Ashchotana and Anjana Vidhi Adhyayam Vyakyasyamaha Itihas Mahoratriyadeva Mahashrayah, which has been told here. So here Ashchotana means here Ashchotana and Anjana, two terminologies are there. Ashchotana and Anjana, two terminologies are there. So these two terminologies are having a different meaning, and according to that the treatment goes. So Ashchotana, first we are going to study Ashchotana. Sarvesham Akshiroganam Madavaschotanaha hitam Raktodakah Kandu Varsha Ashrudaha Raga Nibarhanam. So here the Ashchotana means here pouring of the medicated oil in the Akshibhaga drop wise is systematic, in a systematic way. It is called as the Ashchotana here. Ashchotana means pouring of the drops into the eyes systematically, following the procedure is called as Ashchotana. So it is the first line of treatment for any of the Akshiroga. Sarvesham Akshiroga. For all the eyes it is first line of treatment here should be done here. So and they have been also mentioned some of the symptoms. If there is any redness in the eyes, or if there is any itching sensation in the eyes, and pain, burning sensation in the eyes, and pricking pain sensation in the eyes, and if there is any ulceration or swelling, edema is there, itching is there, in that conditions this Ashchotana procedure is done. So it's a first line of the treatment here. Next comes about what are the dravyas to be chosen, how dravyas to be chosen for the Ashchotana Vidhi. So Ushnam Vate Kafe Poshnaha Taschittam Raktapittayoho. If there is Vataja Akshirogas are there, Ushna medicated oil to be taken here, and if the Kafaja rogas, Kafaja akshirogas are there. In that case, we have to take the Shita medicated oil. And if there is Rakta and Pitta related is there, in that case, the Shita will be in Kafaja rogas, Sukoshnaha, and in the Pitta rogas, Rakta Pitta rogas, Shita Sneha Dravya should be chosen for the Ashtotanartha. So, but for different conditions, we have to choose the different medicated. What are the procedures of the Ashtotana here? So, procedure here is Nivadastaha Vamena Panin Unmolitaha Lochanam Shuktau Pralambayam Anyenam Pishuvartyoho Kaninikaha Dashadvashangalam Va Bimbitvam Dvasangulaha Avasechaye Tataha Prayojya Mrudunam Chena Kafavadayoho Annena Koshtani Pani Luptena Svedayon Mruduhu. Here Acharya tells that the patient should be made to lie down comfortably on the bed, and the room which the patient is there, he should be divided of the heavy breeze. How in the Snehana Vidhi they have been told, like that we have to take the Nivata Pradesha, and we have to make the patient to sit to lie down on the bed, and so gently Abhyanga should be done over the face, and gently Abhyanga should be done on the face and at the Akshi Pradesha, and the Dravya should be chosen for making of the Ashtotanaha, and the oil should be made ready, and the oil, the medicated oil which is taken, it should be inserted into the it should be poured into drop wise with a by taking a drop wise, it should be poured into the eyelids. So the height of that pouring should not be more than 2 inches, here, and so here the patient is made to open and close his eyelids after the installing of the liquid. So after that 2 to 3 times the procedure should be done here. According to the dosha, we have to see the visheshan, we have to put the drops, and after that closing and opening of the drop eyelid should be he should be advised, and after that he should close his eyes for some time for relaxation. So after that, by taking a clean cloth or cotton with a warm water, we should clean the eyes, and if the Vata and Kafaja is there, then it should be cleaned with the Ushna Jala, and if the Pitta and Rakta is there, the Shita Jala should be wiped. So contraindications. So for in which conditions the contraindications of this Ashtotana here. So Atyushna, Akshitishna, Rudraha, the Nashayoho, Akshisechanaha, Atishitam tu Kurtehe, Nistodham Stambane Vedanaha. So in the case the drugs which have been used for the Ashtotana should not be Ati Ushnaha and Ati Tishnaha in nature and Ati Shitaha in nature, and it should be having the less in quantity, and it's it should not stay at one place, it should spread all in the skin and in the eyes, and because if the more tikshna is there, it is going to damage the eyes, and if there is ushna, bahu ushnatva is there in the medicated, if the boiling, if it is done more, it is also going to damage the eyes, and if the Shita, more Shita is there, it is going to have the itching sensation, pricking pain, and restricted movement will occur if the more Shita is there. The more Ushna is there, then it is going to have the pain and redness of the eyes will be there if the more Ushna Dravya is chosen for the Ashtotana. And if it is not done properly, the symptoms may aggravate, the doshas may not eliminate properly, and it is going to aggravate the disease. Yeah. So here, what are the advantages of the Ashtotana? So here the Ashtotana is mainly meant for the removing of the doshas which have been present in the Akshibhaga, and it is helps for the clearing of the srotasas inside the Akshibhaga. So the Kaninika Sandhi and the small joints what are there, the veins are there, if there is proper circulation is not there, and it helps in the proper circulation of the blood inside the Akshibhaga, and it also helps to eliminate doshas from the Nasa Bhaga, and also it helps for the movement of the doshas. So Ashtotana is one of the procedure which are it is a primary line of treatment in case of the all the Aksharogas. So next comes about the Anjana Vidhi. So Anjana is nothing but the application of the making the paste of a medicated drugs, and application of the paste to the Akshibhaga is called as the Ashtotana. So Ashtotana and Anjana. Anjana means here pouring of the drops. Anjana means here application of the medicated paste to the Akshibhaga in case of the vitiation of the Akshibhaga. What are the indications then? So Abhyanjanaha Shuddhanarthoho Matraya Kshemale Pakva Lingha Alpashofo Adikandu Paichillita Shtyaha Mandagharmaha Ashurage Akshiprayojyam Ganadhushikehe Arte Pittakafa Marudena Visheshataha. So after the Shodhana, Vamana and Virechana, one have to, the doshas which have been localized in the eyes we have to see. So Pakva Lakshanas are there. If there is any odema or the swelling is there, itching sensation is there, and in that condition the Anjana Vidhi is gone. Whenever the slight friction will occur in the eyes, and water discharge is there, and redness is there, in these conditions the vitiated pitta, kapha and rakta, especially by the vata, in these conditions the Ashtotana, the Anjana Vidhi is done. So what are types of Anjana here? So Lekana Anjana, Ropana and Prasada Anjana. So three types: Lekanam, Lopanam, Dushti Prasadanam iti Tridaha Anjanam. So Lekana Anjana, Ropana Anjana and Prasadana Anjana. So Lekana Anjana here, Lekanam Tatra Kashayamlam Patoshnehi. So Kashaya and Amla and Lavana Katu Rasa Pradhana is indicated in the case of the Lekana Anjana. So usually in the case of the pterygium, it is one of the eye disease wherein the extra muscle growth has taking place, and it is obstructing the vision. So in that condition this Lekana Anjana is applied, and it is helps for the curing of the pterygium. So Ropananjaha Tiktakair Dravaha. So in the Tiktarasa Pradhana the Dravya should be chosen for the Ropanarthaha, healing purpose. If there is any ulceration is there, and if in case of the conjunctivitis, one of the Sankramika Roga, in that condition this Ropananjana is very very helpful, and it helps for the healing of the lacrimal part. here scleral part, if there is any damage has taken place, infection is taken place, is there, in that condition the secretions in these Ropananjana is going to help for the clearing of this Prasadananjana. Swadu Sheetair Prasadanam, so Madhura and Sheeta Virya Dravyas should be chosen for the Prasadananjana. So it is helps in the case of the Akshi, the chronic disease of the Akshibagaha. So there is a loss of vision is there because of the seeing of the heavy the bright sunlight, and so if there is, if he has seen a very a strong sunlight, then in that case this Prasadananjana is very useful. Pratyanjana. So Pratyanjana is nothing but is an antidote of this Anjana. Whenever Tikshna Anjana is applied, and if there is the Tikshna Anjana is applied, if it is complications are happening, redness, pain in the eyes, if the complications are happening in that this Prasadanjana, which is in a churna form, it should be applied to the eyes to manage the complication of the Anjana. Pratyanjana, antidote for the Anjana. So these are all the explanation about the Anjana Vidhi. Anjana Shalaka. So how to apply the Anjana? Here a question comes. So in the Anjana Shalaka, they are for the Prasadananjana, they should be made out of the gold or silver, and for Lekananjana, we should use the copper material, and Ropananjana, so in iron and copper. For index finger also can be used here. So index finger is always best for the application of the Anjana here. So here length of this Anjana should be Anjana Shalaka should be 10 inch in length, and it should be always blunt and smooth, because we are entering into a very smooth, very sukshma pradesha, and the Anjana Shalaka should be very blunt in nature and very smooth in nature, so that we can apply the Anjana and we can cure the disease here. So here types of the Anjana. So Pinda, Rasakriya and Churna. Pinda is Harena Matra in nature, and Rasakriya will be one Vidanga Matra, and in moderate conditions, and Churna it is 2 Shalaka. 2 Shalaka in the case of the mild disease, and if there is any mild disease are there, in that mild condition is there, 2 to 3 Shalaka can be preferable. It can be chosen and it should be applied here. What are suitable time for administration of the Anjana here? So Nishi Swapne Madhyane Glane Noshnaha Avasitaha Akshirogaya Dosheshu Sur Varditot Piritot Drutaha. So here this Anjana should be applied at the Ratri, Madhyana Kale, and at the time of the sleep. And when the strong sun rays are there, it should not be applied. It should not be applied in the night at Nisha Kalaha, and at the time of the sleeping, and in the Madhyana Kali, whenever the Tikshna sun rays are there, it should not be applied here. It should be applied. If it is applied in the contraindicated time, then it is going to hamper the disease. It is going to aggravate the disease here. So, how when the Tikshnanjana is applied here? So, whenever the Swapnena Ratro Kalasya Somyatvena Cha Tarpitaha, so when the eyes have got exhausted because of the Tikshnanjana, so to regain the strength, so this Tikshnanjana will be to regain the strength after the good sleep, and due to the Shitaja Kala in the Nisha, and as the eyes are predominant of the Agni Mahabhuta. So because of the habituation of the Shita, it is a very so it is always this Tikshnanjan should be applied at the night hours. So the and whenever at the unsuitable conditions it is applied, then it is going to have the itching sensation and complications of the may occur. Complications may occur. What are contraindications of the here Anjana, in which conditions it not work? So na anjanehe नांजनेयद्वितः वमितः विरिक्तः शीतवेगितः क्रुद्धः ज्वलितः अंत अक्षिशिरोरुक शोकजागराः. So in conditions of the akshiro viraktaha and the in conditions of after the conducting of the vamana and virechanaha, immediately after taking the ahara and during the if there is an urge of the passing of the mutra and mala, and a person who is suffering from the anger, krodha and shokaha, and who is suffering from jwaraha, and who is strained from the shiroragaha, and who is not properly getting sleep. So in those conditions, who is consuming the madhyaha, and who is consuming the very dhuma, so ajirnaha. So in that conditions, who is exposing to sunlight, very Tikshna sunlight, so immediately after the Divasapna, it should not be done here. So if the Anjana is too strong or too mild in potency or less, then which Anjana should be used? So here it should not be too strong, and it should not be too mild, and it should not be too much of quantity, less quantity also, and it should not be having thick consistency, and it should not be having thick consistency also. It should not be ruksha pradhana, and also it is not more shita and more ushna should be there. So we have to Anjana Vidhi here. How we have to conduct Anjana Vidhi? So immediately after the application of the after the application of the Anjana, here the from the index finger the medicated paste should be taken, and it should be applied over from the kaninika to apanga sandhi, from inner canthus to outer canthus it should be applied here. So after the application, the patient is told to do the movement of the eyeball, here, and downward movement and upward movement of the eyeball should be right and left side. Closing of the eyelids should be made, and because whatever the applied, it should be get spread uniformly, and procedure is conducted after the application of the Anjana Vidhi. So after the Anjana Vidhi, here proper washing of the eyes should be made. So now how the procedure of the washing of the eyes? So we can take the because whenever the application of the Anjana has taken place, it may irritate the eyes, and whatever if the Tikshnanjana is there, in that condition the eyes are going to get some itching sensation, irritation sensation. In that condition, we are going to wash the eyes. So if there is in a condition of the Vadaja, the warm water should be used for the washing, and in condition of Pittaja, Vata and Kapaja, it's warm water, and in the Pittaja condition, Shita Jala should be used here. Shita Jala should be used for the application of the to clean the eyes. So clean the Akshalikas. Here how the procedure of the cleaning of the eye. So the physician should lift the eyelid with the left hand, and a cotton cloth or cotton is taken, and it should be dipped into the oil water, the hot or cold, and wiping of the eyes should be carefully done. So the right thumb should be lifted and cleaning with a piece of the cotton cloth or the cotton can be done. So after that it should be made to take rest for some time, and should be go for other. So here, if the eyes they are not washed properly, so the residual of the doshas are going may remain there, and this may provoke the doshas which have been not properly eliminated, and they are going to exaggerate these doshas, and the disease may not subside. So if there is properly wash is not done, then in that case itching sensation of the eyes and inactivity of the eyes, and if there is a Tikshna Anjana is applied, Dhumapana is also advised in as a post-operative, because Dhumapana is going to have the healing in nature, and it is going to help for the curing of the disease of the eye related disease. So सर्वेषां प्रत्यञ्जनः तीक्ष्णाञ्जनः अभिवृद्धप्ते तु चूर्णे प्रत्यञ्जनं महा. So whenever the burning sensation in the eyes is there because of the application of the तीक्ष्णाञ्जनः, so pratyanjana with the shita which is shita and snigdha in nature, that drug should be chosen, and application of the pratyanjana is done. So application of the pratyanjana is done. So it helps for the maintaining of the elimination, maintaining of the clearing of the doshas of the akshira. So Ashchota and Anjana Vidhi are very, very much helpful in case of the some of the disease related to the Akshibhaga. There have been a number of examples they have been told. If there is any watery discharge from the eyes, if there is any pain and redness sensation in the eyes, or if there is any external growth is there, and external mamsa ruddhi is there in that conditions also, and vision impact, if there is any problem in the vision, there is hypermetropia, myopia, and in all these cases nowadays we are doing some of these procedures can be done in the OPD level also, because we should practice our science, and which can be practiced in the OPD level. If they are practiced and we can getting results, very good results in a simple way of the techniques. So Ashchotana and Anjana which can be practiced in a OPD level, we have to make our use of the some of the drugs, and we have to this is Ashchotana and Anjana Vidhi is one of the primary procedures to be done for the Akshiroga. These are the primary procedures to be done for the Akshiroga. So it helps for the curing of the disease of the Akshiroga. So this is all about the Ashchotana and Anjana Vidhi. So in the next class we are going to deal about the one more procedures, that is Tarpana and Putapaka Vidhi. So, Tarpana and Putapaka Vidhi. So, we will be dealing in the next class. Thank you. Thank you.